Alright guys, I want to welcome you back to another episode of what's normally called Driving with Steven, but today we're going to do things a little bit different. As you can see, I'm not driving and I've got a whiteboard behind me. I talked about recently in a video how in about 5 minutes I could show you how to eliminate, or let me put it a little different way, how to increase the amount of money you have after paying your bills at the end of the month. And it caused a little bit of commotion and stir. A lot of people asked me, well, how do you do that? And they asked if I could make a video on how to do that. So here we are. So thank you for watching, and let's talk about how this is done. So in order to get started, I need to first have a set of expenses. So to make this quick and easy, I went ahead and made up a generic set of bills. Everybody's life's going to be different. Yours is going to change depending on your situation, but just roll with me. It's the concept that's important. So in this example, I want to run through it real quick. We've got a house payment of $1,500 a month, cars $600 a month, a credit card that's $200 a month, another credit card for $100 a month, our utilities, our internet, all that kind of stuff bundled together, $500 a month. Could be, what you're paying to watch sports channels. Student loans, $500 a month. Entertainment, going out to dinner or going to the movies, those kinds of things, you might have $100. And then all the other random stuff that I roll into called living expenses, right? The stuff that just, groceries and things that we need. So in this example, we've got an even $4,000 a month being spent. So in this example, in order to make this the rat race, we're going to assume that we make $4,000 a month, okay? So the thing that we normally do when we have debt in our life or need to live is we take our paycheck and we immediately go out and deposit it into our checking account, okay? And from there, we go from our checking account and we go and we pay our expenses, okay? So $4,000 comes in this case, $4,000 goes out. And what are we left with at the end? Nada, okay? This is the world that I lived in, and this is why I'm going to share this video with you, is because I understand what it's like to be here. I was a heating and air conditioning professional for many years before I got into real estate and investing. And now I flip homes and do those kinds of things. And a lot of people want to follow that path. I think we get excited by the shows that we see on TV, and I know I did. But when I started and I was just maintaining stuff, and then I worked my way up the ladder, now I can fix stuff. And then after that I worked a little harder, now I can install the stuff. And over the years I worked my way to a position where I was basically managing someone else's business. And through that process I kept thinking that the next step, the next thing that I did would make me get out of this nasty cycle. I made more money, right? But what I found really happened is I just went from eating burgers every day to eating steak. Not every day, but you get the point. But I increased my living style, but I was still just a richer person in debt. So I needed to change this. And the reason I share these videos is because once I started figuring out what is available to us, I was ticked. I was furious that this stuff isn't taught in school, that it's not shared. We're meant to be like stuck in this cycle because it benefits other people, not us. So I'm sharing it with you so that you can see how to change this. So back to our example, $4,000 went into our checking, $4,000 went out. So how do we change this? Well, we got to stop paying our bills from our checking account for starters. So what we're going to do instead to immediately increase the amount of money we have at the end of the month is we're going to go over here and we've got this lovely credit card, which is currently a debt burden, but we're going to change it into a tool. So now we take this line of credit into our life. Let's say LOC, line of credit. And we're going to make our money pass through from our checking account immediately into our line of credit. So now, let's say that this was a $5,000 credit card, okay? Normally it's maxed out every month if you're like I was. So now we've made $4,000 into it. So what did we do? We dropped the balance to $1,000, and now we have $4,000 as an available line of credit. Does that money going in disappear from our life? No, it doesn't. It's still available to us. We can now take that $4,000 and buy stuff. But in this case, instead of buying a newer pair of shoes or a nicer vacation, we're going to use it to attack our debt. So we take that $4,000 and we go out and we start paying our expenses. But watch what's cool here. Did the $4,000 we deposited cover the $200 minimum payment that we were asked about? It does. So now that bill doesn't have to be paid anymore. But what we have done is we've gone out and we paid all the other bills, so at the end of that, we spent $3,800. We still have $200 left over. So now, in this example, I'm going to move over here a little bit to the side. We have just given ourselves a $200 raise at the end of the month. Now, did you have to do anything different in your life as far as going and getting a job or doing anything else that required you to work harder to do this? You don't. Isn't that great? So the nice part is we still live our life exactly the same. Now, can we carry it forward and start behaving a little bit different with our money and increase it even better? Yes. This is tiny on the spectrum of what we're able to do as real estate investors in the world today. So I want to leave you with this. If you have any interest in what you just saw and you'd like to learn more about how you can do this, how we can pay less in taxes, how we can minimize how many debt burdens we have and increase our monthly cash flow, how to get into real estate and investing. These are tools that we use to manage our money better and to get further ahead. So I want to share with you, I have the opportunity once a month. I take on 5 new people that I'm willing to assist and aid in getting out of the rat race, to start growing retirement, to start having a better lifestyle for yourself, and to leave a legacy for you and your family. If that is something important to you, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not easy, okay? There's no get rich quick here, but I will start showing you where to find the tools that you need to get ahead and to start doing business in a way that will leave us with a legacy of fulfillment and being able to help other people, okay? So reach out to me. I've got an email address you can send to info@quinreig.com. I'll leave a link to that at the end of this video, or you can call or text directly at 520-230-2319. Guys, thanks for coming, and now you can see how we can eliminate debts very quickly by just adding a little extra knowledge into your life. So have a good one. Thanks for coming.